Hey you guys, this is Raven. Just here to talk about a few games. 2012 is going to be a huge game year, I'm sure. At least the first half is being touted as a huge one. There's a big list on IGN, the 30 most anticipated games of 2012, and there's a lot of promising titles on that list. But there are also some games that I'm totally not looking forward to. And I'd like to briefly touch upon that. And I'm sure some of you will disagree with me, but whatever. I don't care. Argue with me in the comments. Firstly, there's this game that you may have heard of, Kingdoms of Aslamir, Abelbeer. I don't even know. I don't care enough to know the name of it. But here's the release trailer. As you can see, the graphics are exceedingly average, possibly under average. But this game is being touted as like the next big RPG phenomenon, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And I don't know. I want to believe the hype, but I just don't. So maybe I'll stand corrected in February when it comes out. But I would be surprised. Madness and rage. Madness and rage. Oh, my voice acting is terrible. So, yeah, I think that this game is just going to be a large disappointment. Maybe not large, but, I don't know, 8.0 at the best. Plus, I just don't need another RPG right now. But, hey, I could stand corrected. Yeah, good for you. Next up is, obviously, I mean, it's probably, for those who know me, it's obvious that this is going to be on my radar. But this would be the Heart of the Swarm expansion for StarCraft 2, sorry. I mean, I'm just not a huge fan of Blizzard in general, but just StarCraft, I just don't like. As far as expansions go, I guess it looks, they're giving you enough content to justify it, I suppose, but in the end, StarCraft 2 is just going to be StarCraft 2 with new units. I mean, people are just going to develop new ways to kill each other the same way every time. Like, Zerg rushes will probably always be number one, blah blah blah. But, I mean, I guess Blizzard is going to put a lot of effort into it because of the sudden loss of subscriptions and WoW, so they gotta start banking on their StarCraft franchise a lot more, I think. I mean, they put friggin' panda bears in their next expansion. Like, let's be honest, they're struggling right now. I don't know. Blizzard has great pre-rendered cutscenes, but just not a fan. Thirdly, the game that I am not excited about. I feel like this is getting hyped up too. When in the end, it's just going to be another one pushed into the game library and forgotten about. But Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Woo. Gra 2. I played Gra 2 a lot. I like that game, but it got old really fast. And I feel like this is just going to have kind of a, I guess, a Battlefield 3 kind of deal. Whereas it's hyped up like, oh, this could be the next sweet shooter. But I mean, obviously, it's totally different than Battlefield 3 or Modern Warfare. I'm sure I'll hear that from you. But in the end, I just don't see it being played for very long, at least the online community. Well, let's take a look at it. It's an awesome trailer. But and the online mechanics that they're trying to put in are really cool. But I just don't think it's going to work. And I mean, just between Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3, there's just not a lot of chance for this community to take off. This online community. Boom. Zoom slowly through the truck. Play opera music. Brutal. I'm sure I'm sure the campaign is not going to be that bad. I mean, with all the technology and stuff that they're adding, there's a lot of chance for some really cool set pieces, like cool things to do in the campaign. But as far as multiplayer goes, I just feel like this is just going to die. Nice catch, Brosif. Wow, that was actually Welker in the future joining the military. Great. So to end on a lighter note, I do have some games that I am looking forward to. I'm sure you've heard of these as well. They're also off the 30 anticipated list that I'll link at the bottom. Firstly, it would be SSX. Stripping all the names except SSX, which is like what I like. Kind of going back to their roots. Kind of a Mortal Kombat NetherRealms approach, just dropping all the old franchise junk. Like totally classic characters, classic feel to the game, just like tiny tweaks, like you got a squirrel suit now, you can fly around. But really just going back to the tricky roots, which were the best. I mean, the graphics look great. The gameplay looks tight from what I can tell. IGN just had a live playing of it where it looked really awesome, in my opinion. And it's actually a lot less cartoony than most, and they're definitely taking a new kind of serious approach to the game as far as like a crazy combo snowboard game can go. Sorry. And evidently, like, you're fighting for your life while you're doing these combos, in the sense that the mountain can kill you, and evidently you can die. There's like a chance of death rate on each mountain, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. Night boarding. And you can even combo off of the helicopter sometimes. If you've seen any trailers, you've probably seen that. It just looks awesome. It looks like a totally like adrenaline junkie game, which I love. The soundtrack sounds awesome. It's like indie soundtrack, but it's not too indie that you don't like any of the songs. Second on my my wish list here is Le Bioshock Infinato, or Bioshock Infinite, for those of you that don't speak whatever I just spoke. This game looks so boss. The graphics are amazing. Same kind of style as Bioshock 1 and 2. The storytelling looks amazing. Your character actually talks in this game, which is a lot different than most story-driven games. You're not just this soundless hero, kind of like a Link kind of deal. But I mean, check out the graphics; they're great. Her boobs are nice. That helps. His butt's pretty nice. What? Oh, I mean, the banner was nice. What? She's so sad. But it's a lot brighter than Bioshock 1 and 2, and thank God you're not playing as a Big Daddy. But at the same time, there's that really like the dark sense of an underlying sorrow and kind of isolation, which I really love. And the way that they can build their atmospheres, 2K, is just so impressive. But I also like how you're not totally alone. There are people. And this is totally unrelated to the previous game story-wise, but it's kind of the same gameplay, which is really the important part. And finally, I don't know if most of you have heard of this, but it's the new Hitman game, Hitman Absolution. This looks so good. I was a huge fan of Hitman when I was a kid. It was one of the first M games I ever played on my PS2. Silent Assassin. It was so good. The gameplay plays kind of like a Splinter Cell, except much more violent. You're a contract killer. You have a personal vendetta going on at the same time. It makes for an awesome story, and the gameplay is awesome. You can basically go about the levels however you want, and there's always a way to do it without being detected, which is like, that's kind of the idea. And that's my favorite part about it, is that you could kill everyone, you could shoot up the entire place, or you could kill one person, take his clothes off, assume his identity, and walk through the level with people not even giving you a second glance. Except the barcode tattoo on the back of your head might raise suspicions. But this is super violent, sometimes super sexual, like hot dead chick. Barcode back to the head, badass. Dead people. It's kind of the gist of the game. But so those are my wanted games. This is pretty cool right here. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Badass. Yeah, so that's that. Kingdoms of Amalur. Amalur. King. Whatever. I'm just not even going to try. I don't care. Heart of the Swarm. Blah, blah, blah. Tom Clancy's. I want Tom Clancy's to be good. I really do. But I don't know. I don't see it. And I just don't think Kingdoms of Amalur is going to... Amalur is going to stand up to the hype. But hopefully the ones that I want to succeed will. I imagine they will. I mean, you got 2K on BioShock, never let you down. I mean, the SSX are going back to the roots. It's awesome. So looking forward to the games to come out. But down below, comment, tell me what games you guys want. Tell me I'm wrong about Kingdoms of Bammy Barnum and Bailey. Whatever. So just let me know, and also I will I'll set up an Amazon link to the games that I want, so you can pre-order those, whatever. And if you use my links, I actually get a nice little commission because I'm an Amazon affiliate. So if you would be so kind and you want to pre-order them, feel free, feel inclined to buy it off this page, and I will love you forever. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you next time. I'll be doing more video blogs soon. I've just been super busy over break, just substitute teaching, blah, 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 blah. Once I get back to school, I'll have more time, believe it or not. Sounds backwards, but whatever. So, yeah, be good.